to go grab my mic and to yap a bit. As I was going to say, this is called, I don't know, different people call it different names. Some people call it African vitamin C, some people call it Ncheku, I think. But I call it black vitamin C. It's literally my favorite fruit. I think it's a fruit, right? Is it? But yeah, it's my favorite. I take it every single year without fail. It's a yearly fruit that comes during dry weather. When I was younger, I observed it normally comes out between February, ending of February till around mid-April, end of April. But then it's July and I'm surprised that it's still in season. I'm not mad at it because I was able to get it shell, and once you break it, you get this. The shell is like velvet, right? It has this velvet texture, and the inside, I don't know what to compare this with. It's fluffy, almost like the texture of marshmallows, and then there's a seed on the inside, and it's really sweet. It's like vitamin C, hence the name African vitamin C. This top tier fruit, the best to exist, and no one can convince me otherwise. Close second is Udara, or as the vast majority like to call it, Agbalumo. I've never met anyone who hates this. Like, how could you, right? Like, how could you? It's just perfect.
And now the spinning! Thank you for nothing, you useless reptile!
What's not that?
It's not on walk yet. Just watched, I feel like mommy finished watching How to Train a Dragon live action, and I have to say that's probably the best live action movie I've ever seen, and you can quote me on that. Honestly, it's the best.
Okay, don't worry.
Hi. So I finished this book, The Death of Vivek Orji. Orji. I keep calling it Orgy because somehow my head convinces me that there's an R here. I finished it late last night. I've been thinking a lot about it. I really don't know how I feel about my rating for the book. I do think it's a good book. One thing you can convince me is that Akweke is a horrible writer. I just cannot be convinced that they are not blessed with hands for writing. It's clear. This book is very hyped, and so I was expecting to be bawling my eyes out towards the end. I was expecting to be a mess. I really wasn't. It was more of a mental, I don't want to say turmoil because that is too heavy a word, but it had more of a psychological impact on me than an emotional one. I don't know how to explain that or if that makes any sense. It's not one that made me sad or that made me extremely, maybe a little sentimental, yes, but not as sad as I envisaged. Had me thinking. I was thinking. My brain was working double time in the best way. And I think the fact that I was not able to feel that intense emotion that I went into the book expecting kind of maybe reduced the ratings or my experience reading it, but I do think this is a good book. I do think this is one that will become a classic in a little while. I'm definitely going to drop a review on Book Talk and Bookstagram. So if you're not following me there, then I don't know what you're doing. So yeah, head over there. I like to sit with my previous read and let it sink in before I dive into another one. But right now, I just have that itch to start a new book, and I'm going to give into that. Fear that if I don't, I might fall into a book slump, and I don't want that. We don't want that because the last one was very horrible. For the books I'm considering reading, we have Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I have mentioned before over on my book talk, envisioned reading in July, and we're pretty much almost done with July. It's currently the 21st, and I have about 30 days have September, April, June. Okay, 10. Am I the only one who sings that song? Because I can't remember how many days each month has except February. Yeah. And my birth month. I do want to read this, but it is quite much. And I don't know if I'm ready to commit to something this huge. Crazy, because the second book I am planning to read is also a big one, and that is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I read Normal People last year. I loved it. I know that book is, I wouldn't say controversial, but I have seen very contrasting opinions on it. Some people like it a lot, some people don't like it at all. It is either one of the extremes, and I am on the positive extreme. I love that book, so I want to check out more of her books. I borrowed this from a friend, trying to use my friend privileges since I'm getting to know more people who like to read compared to like my friends back home. So I'm grateful for that. She is pushing for me to read this one, and I really do want to, but I'm like, am I ready for it? I don't know. But then the third book, which I think I'm leaning more towards, is Outline by Rachel Cusk. Part of the reasons I'm leaning towards this is, one, I have a bookish event in 2 days, and my outfit is inspired by this book because somehow I had planned the outfit for the event since May, and this was the book I envisioned I would be reading then or now. I want to stick to that. But then if I'm reading another book when I'm going for the event, I'll have to like carry any of the other books and wear an outfit inspired by those. Not that it's compulsory, it's just a me thing. I have a tendency to draw inspiration for my fashion from the books I read, specifically the covers. So I think that's an interesting thing about me. I don't think it's weird in any way. I think that makes me a bit cool and chic. I sort of have a bias towards this one. I also want to read this one because it's short and I want something that is a bit low commitment. So me a week to read The Death of Vivek Orji, so I want to read something short. But then this is likely not going to be an easy read. Yeah, today is Monday, and I'm envisioning that I will finish this by Wednesday during my bookish event. Yeah, I'm going with this. And I think after that, I'll go to Dream Count. I want to end the month with Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I also still want to read The Orbital. This book. A mutual of mine on Book Talk requested that we do a buddy read, but they've been really busy and haven't been able to get to this yet. And I'm sort of tempted to ditch them because I really want to get to this book. But then I don't know. We'll see. If I don't end up reading it this month, I might move it to August or September, depending on the vibes I feel. But yeah, these are the books from my July TBR that I'm more inclined to read. But that's all. No, sorry, that's my TikTok outro. But yeah, catch you later, I guess.
Like move to the Outline trilogy, but I remember like always thinking like, oh, I should pick this up, and then always feeling like this latent fear about how plotless her work is. But she just explores and creates tension.
It's currently 10:17, and I want to see if I can read till about 12 a.m.
I'm starting Outline by Rachel Kosk today. I want to read it in under 3 days. I have a bookish event on Wednesday and I'm hoping to finish it at the event. It's about 249 pages, and if I break that down into 3 days, that's about 83 pages per day. So I want to see if I can read at least 83. The goal is maybe 100, but least is 83, max is 100 pages. And I think I should be able to do that in around 2 hours, 30 minutes. I can read roughly 30 to 40 pages in an hour if pages are short and I'm really into the book. I'm going to use the audiobook on Libby and read the physical copy, probably switch to my Kindle when I'm tired of holding the physical copy. But I'm very, very certain that maybe not 12, maybe not 12:30. By 1, I should be able to read at least 83 pages. But let's see. It's going to be my reading space. Oh, also, I think I forgot to mention I'm on vacation with my family. They're in town. So that's why the space is different from my book talk area, you know? So this is the bookmark I'm using. I've been seeing a lot of Pinterest aesthetic photos because, like everyone in my generation, I believe I'm obsessed with Pinterest. Not as bad as before, but it is one of my staple apps where I get inspiration from. I don't like to heavily depend on it, but sometimes, you know, I see some things I like and I adopt it. And I've seen a couple of posts where people use lace strips as bookmarks, and that's what I'm going to use today because I just feel like it fits the book. I have less than 4 minutes to start. Oh, my sister is in the frame. Hi, sister. She can't hear me. Her ears are blocked. Kids of nowadays, you know. Nothing. I was talking to you and you didn't hear me, so I was like, you had your ears blocked and stuff. Anyway, yeah. This is the book, audiobook, and we're gonna start. Too bright for me. I'm going to try to dim some of them.